And here is the Writer's Almanac for Wednesday. It's the 10th of June, 2020. It's the anniversary of the founding of Alcoholics Anonymous in 1935 in Akron, Ohio. A stockbroker named Bill Wilson, a surgeon named Bob Smith. Bill Wilson had gone to Akron on a business trip. He'd been trying to give up drinking for years. He'd found the best way to keep from drinking was to spend time with other men who were trying to do the same thing. But on this trip to Akron, he was alone. He felt tempted to go to the local bar. Instead, he went to a church group meeting looking for someone else who was in his situation. There he met Bob Smith. They became friends, and they promised to help keep each other sober. It was in 1939 that Bill Wilson, or Bill W., as he called himself, wrote his book, Alcoholics Anonymous. And then the Saturday Evening Post wrote about it in 1941, and membership soared. And it's the birthday of the biologist Edward Osborne Wilson, E.O. Wilson, born in Birmingham, Alabama, 1929. He studied ants. He taught at University of Tennessee, Harvard, published a book, The Theory of Island Biogeography, which was very influential in the fields of ecology and conservation. And then in 1975, sociobiology, arguing that there's a biological foundation for behavior in everything from ants to humans, which was very controversial. Some people were concerned that it justified racism and sexism. E.O. Wilson was attacked for it, so he wrote a rebuttal on human nature. It's the birthday of the man who said, "You never have to change anything you got up in the middle of the night to write." Saul Bellow, born Solomon Bellows in Lachine, Quebec in 1915, 2 years after his parents emigrated from Russia. Born in Canada, but when he was young, he was smuggled across the border into Chicago, grew up as an illegal immigrant. His dad was a bootlegger and an onion importer. His mother was religious. She hoped he would be a rabbi, maybe a concert pianist. But when he was 8 years old, young Saul Bellow read Uncle Tom's Cabin, and that decided him on becoming a writer. He wrote 2 novels, did not sell very well, won a Guggenheim, moved to Paris, and while he was there, realized how much he loved Chicago, and he started a new novel whose first lines were, "I am an American, Chicago-born, Chicago, that somber city, and go at things as I have taught myself, freestyle, and will make the record in my own way." That was The Adventures of Augie March. Came out in 1953, won the National Book Award, and that was his first real success. It's the birthday of Judy Garland, born in Grand Rapids, Minnesota, where her father ran the movie theater in 1922. And it's the birthday of Maurice Sendak, born in Brooklyn, 1928. His parents were immigrants from Poland. Many of their relatives died in the Holocaust, so he grew up in an atmosphere of grief. He was a sickly child. He almost never went outside. What he knew about the world outside, he mostly got from books. Went to art school, worked for years designing window displays for FAO Schwartz, and started writing and illustrating his own books for children, Where the Wild Things Are, In the Night Kitchen. Here's a poem for today by Linda Paston, The Bookstall. Just looking at them, I grow greedy, as if they were freshly baked loaves, waiting on their shelves to be broken open, that one and that, and I make my choice in a mood of exalted luck, browsing among them like a cow in sweetest pasture. For life is continuous as long as they wait to be read, these inked paths opening into the future, page after page, every book its own receding horizon, and I hold them, one in each hand, a curious ballast weighting me here to the earth. The Bookstall by Linda Paston from Carnival Evening, published by W.W. Norton, used by permission here on the Writer's Almanac. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch.